stuff. Let's go on down the road then and talk about field trips.
Down the road.
Down the road. Let's get on a bus and go down the road. Think back to some memorable field trips. I won't start. Kylie looks like she's ready to roll with one.
I could start.
I've got a couple in my mind that I'll share, but let's start with you, Kylie.
So, fourth grade, we were going to the zoo. It's South Bend. Shout out to the Potawatomi Zoo.
Yep, there you go.
Pretty nice. You've been there?
I've never been.
Yep. It's nice. And my mom always went on field trips. Always. She was the field trip girl. This time, Dad. Don't know why. Don't know where Mom was, but Dad got, you know where I'm going with this. He got picked to do the field trip. And all the groups had, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 kids in it. No. My group, me, one other kid who was like my dad knew him. So, like it was just...
I'm starting to feel like with Dad there to keep an eye on you, or...
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe they didn't trust Dad with a lot of kids. They just wanted me and my friend and just him. Hilarious. Other group had 6 kids, so just the 3 of us. Had a blast at the zoo. I remember going the log ride, everything. So, won't forget that field trip.
Awesome.
Yeah. Only one he ever went on. Probably for that reason. Yeah, can't blame him. So...
Beth, what about you? What field trips stand out in your mind?
I just remember 4th grade, I believe, the Conner Prairie field trip, which if you ever ride on a bus going about 2 hours to Conner Prairie, horrible.
Nope.
Don't recommend.
Yeah, not fun.
Which is probably why we don't go there anymore.
Exactly. Too long on a bus.
Yeah.
But what stood out about Conner Prairie? Because I've never been there. I've been on that site for like a conference, but as a teacher, as a student, I never...
I feel like it's interesting, like to see, because they all dressed back in the day, and just to have that experience.
It's kind of interactive.
Going back and be like, they really slept on those kind of things. Or
right. It is kind of interesting and
so
eye-opening, I'd say. Yeah,
very.
Brad?
So for me, I had 2 that kind of stood out in my mind, and now I think about it, my dad went on both of these trips as well.
Shout out to the dads doing the field trips.
Shout out to the dads. So in 6th grade, we went to Chicago. Visited Sears Tower at that time, Sears Tower.
As a class field trip, you went to Chicago?
We went to Sears Tower, and we went to the Art Museum, which is right there by Soldier Field. Took tour buses, which made it super nice.
You got the bathrooms.
Didn't have to make pit stops. Very comfortable. So that was a cool field trip. I mean, we don't do things like that anymore. That had to cost some money. I don't know where it came from, but it was a great trip. Enjoyed it, and it was fun that my dad could go along. I don't really remember anything other than like going up in Sears Tower and looking out. That was kind of scary because you're up way high in the air, and the art museum was okay, but it was cool because it was next to Soldier Field. But
that's cool.
The other field trip that was cool was the 5th grade year. We went and did a 2-night stay at Pokagon. Camped in the cabins, did a lot of outdoor learning, and the one thing that stood out in my mind, I don't know why, but they fed us McDonald's cheeseburgers. Like they brought in these big coolers full of McDonald's cheeseburgers. You think you would like cook out?
I was gonna say, did you grill those or
no? We
unwrapped
them and ate them.
Oh, okay.
So that was kind of cool and tasty. But those were kind of my 2 field trips that I remember.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah.